Cabinet has announced that it's approved the promulgation of the Integrated Resource Plan. That's South Africa's policy blueprint for the electricity sector. The IRP spells out a proposed energy mix, if you like, for the country until 2030. It's a big move. Terence Creamer is an energy commentator and editor of Engineering News. He joins me now via Skype. Terence, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. I mean, this was delayed for months, if not longer. How significant is this approval by Cabinet?
Yes, Devin, it's a major development. We've been waiting since 2011, when the last Integrated Resource Plan, the official one that has prevailed until now, was promulgated. That's the IRP 2010. Obviously, much has changed since then. Then in August last year, the then Minister of Energy, Jeff Kadebe, released the draft Integrated Resource Plan update for public consultation. And it's gone through a long journey since then of public hearings, further consultations within NEDLAC, and then within the ANC alliance itself, and then finally yesterday, Cabinet.
Yeah, so, I mean, when you look at the components of this plan, energy mix, if you like, I mean, we've got renewables, we've got other forms of electricity production over there, just realizing the fact that we've also had squabbles in the renewable energy space with some of the contractors and government and unions stepping in. Does that put any impediments in place to fully materialize this plan?
Well, I think we need to see the details, and that will be released tomorrow when Minister Gwede Mantashe will have a briefing and outline what's in detail what's in the plan. Obviously, he's indicated it will be a mix, but I think the indications are strongly from the draft Integrated Resource Plan 2018 is that the cheapest way for South Africa to go fortuitously is also the easiest to finance and the quickest to build. And that's onshore wind and solar photovoltaic, which I think will be a dominant part of the plan, even though I think it's going to accommodate other technologies, some new coal, and I think an extension of a life extension to the Kuba nuclear power station. And I think there will be battery storage, but there'll be a lot of eyes and attention tomorrow as to how much deviation there is from that least cost solution, which is really solar PV, onshore wind, and flexible generation, either in the form of battery storage, pumped hydro, or diesel generators, gas generators, not diesel. We know the diesel is very expensive. So that's the mix. So people will want to see how far we've deviated from that least cost plan. Obviously, we know that the Eskom batteries are going to be included in that. That's one deviation. There was plans for these two new coal-fired power stations from IPPs that were procured but will never reach financial close, and there's some concern that they are going to be difficult to finance given the backlash against coal. So how much coal is going to be in the plan, whether there is any scope for small-scale nuclear. These are really demonstration reactors around the world. There's no real commercial case for them at the moment. That will be a major deviation. And then imported hydro in the form of either Inga or Mozambique hydro, and how much will that be in the plan there? And then finally the gas to power program. And then there'll also be a lot of attention given to a column in the Integrated Resource Plan that creates scope for small scale embedded generation or distributed generation, which is a very cheap way and efficient way to start introducing much needed supply as we've entered load shedding once again.
All right, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there, but we'll watch very carefully on that press conference that takes place tomorrow with the Energy Minister there, Terence Creamer, commentator on energy and the editor of Mining.